How do you layer your files?
When it comes to layers, there are a lot of schools of thought. Some people have an endless sprawl of haphazard layers acting like a scaffold going up into the clouds. I like a relatively clean file with everything named and labeled, but that's me. There's no one right way to layer your file. No matter what anyone tells you, here's the golden rule. If it works for you, it works, period. That said, I do recommend keeping your eye out for new ways to do things or achieve an effect or cut a little time from your process. Also, having a clean and orderly file makes it much easier to add edits, do batch processes, and keep everything you've got going on straight in your head because things can get complex really quickly. Let's open my Iron Man art and look at the layers for each phase. Penciling phase. For the pencils, here are my layers. I have my pencils folder with a sketch layer in draft set to a light blue layer color and the Titan pencils over it on the final layer. I have a reference folder at the very top of the stack where I can put any reference images I need. I have a shortcut action set to reveal and hide this folder so I don't need to reach for it. Once I'm done with penciling, I turn off the draft layer and set the entire pencils folder to a layer color of light blue and multiply so I can start inking. Inking phase. Easily my favorite part of the process. Beneath the pencils folder, I add my inking layers with the press of a key. Look up my auto actions video for how. I now have a folder called inking with 3 layers: working inks, final inks 1, final inks 2, and final inks 3. For this piece, I'll only be using the first 2 of these layers, but in a more complex piece, I'd be spreading the inking around to different layers. It makes it easy to do things in the color phase, like separate foreground characters from the background. The inking layers are set to dark, but not black, layer colors that are all set to multiply. I've gone through that process in my layer colors video, but the reason is that it enables me to quickly erase overlaps with my green eraser trick, which is just paint unfilled area set to a modifier key. I've got a video for that too. Once the inks are done and all the inks are on the final inks layer, I turn off the layer colors and merge the folder, then turn off the pencils layer, and I'm ready to go to colors. This is what my file looks like right now. Next time I'll tell you about how I structure my color layers, and that's where the real layering magic and nightmare begins.